All right, y'all. So here we are with our good friend, the Bitcoin chart. And I'm sure most of you watching this video, if somebody just showed you a picture of this chart with no numbers, no nothing on it, you would recognize right away that is the Bitcoin chart because we have been staring at this constantly, day and night, for months and months and years. We know it so well. We know it so well. So today what I want to do is I want to talk about the Bitcoin price action. I want to talk about my plan for how I am looking to trade this in the coming day, in the coming days, in the coming weeks. It's going to be a quick video. Now, let's start on a big scale and then zoom in so that we can kind of contextualize here and understand the environment in which we are approaching these markets. So, first of all, as many of us know, we had a massive dump yesterday with this daily candle coming all the way down to here. In fact, in one day, I guess it was 2 days, 2 daily candles, we came down 19%. And then we got a bounce, okay, of about 20%, okay? A drop of 19% and a bounce of 20%. And it did provide us some good opportunities to trade. I actually entered a small short on the way down here. And then, of course, on the bottom, we got the bounce, entered at $28,950.50. I'm still long in this trade right now. I'm also currently in a short position, okay, because the rejection that we are getting at this very important Fibonacci level, and I want to talk about this real quick. We are currently rejecting off of a very important level in my mind because if we turn on, well, first of all, if we turn off this noise here, and if we turn on a Fibonacci retracement tool from the March 2020 dump to the all-time high, we can see something very significant, which is after the dump, we have not been able to close a weekly candle below this 0.5 fib level. We've tried many times. Many times we have tried to close the candle. The first time, didn't do it. Second time, didn't do it. Third time, didn't do it. Fourth time, fifth time, didn't do it. Sixth time, are we going to do it? It's a good question we need to ask. And if we go back in time to the 4-hour time frame, we just look at this 0.5 fib level right here. In fact, let me keep the level on, but turn off the fib. And let's just look and see how this level has been respected in the past. Have we ever had the struggle to get back above it that we're having right now? We definitely have used this level as resistance in the past, okay? But that was back in January. Until then, after January, this level that we've currently been finding some pretty intense resistance at, we have not had a struggle coming back above this level. Okay, I think that's kind of significant. When we look at the 1-hour time frame, we can really see it. We have been struggling for multiple hours to come above this level. So, in my mind, we really do need to come above this level if we want to see higher price. And if we get rejected down from it, then we are looking to some supports potentially to hopefully get a bounce and then to continue upward. And if not, then we very well may come down and lose the low of this range. So really, guys, this is this right here that I've got marked out on the chart. Let me turn it on. This is the range that we've been trading in ever since we fell back below $42,000. The low is right here at about 30K. The high is up here at about 42K. And this is the floor. This is the floor. If we lose this level, Bitcoin is coming down into the 20,000s, 27, 26. There's multiple targets we can look at, but this is a very important support to hold. And if we come up here and get rejected off of here and come back down, to me, that's not very bullish at all. That's extremely bearish. So, in the meantime, how should we be looking to trade this? Because really, until we lose this range, until we come up above this high or come down below this low and confirm below it, then the only trades we can really take are going to be within this range. So what we need to do is we need to mark some levels on a chart and determine, where are we going to be looking for a trade. Now, guys, if you do not know technical analysis and you don't know how to draw lines of support and resistance on your chart, and you don't know how to use volume, and you don't know how to use Fibonacci, and you don't know how to use all these lines and things that I have marked out on my chart right here, that make it very sloppy if we turn them all on at the same time, okay? Check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, even if you've never even looked at a chart before, okay? We go through all the basic technical analysis. This has helped many people feel confident trading, okay? Check out the testimonials. We go through time frames, we go through support and resistance, we go through Fibonacci, we go through volume, we go through trend lines and channels and top-down analysis and entering trades and setting take profits and risk management. We go through Market Cipher, everything you need to know about how I use Market Cipher to really find those good entries. Like, the entry that we took yesterday, where, well, really, I mean, all the trades that I've been posting in this Discord, I was using Market Cipher to find those good entries, like the shorts and the longs that we've been taking here. The shorts and the longs, like this long, and yeah, you get the idea. Check it out, jasoncaspertrading.com. There is a discount code in the description of the video. So I'm going to turn all this stuff off, and I'm going to show you some of the levels that I'm looking for. And if this stuff lines up with what you're seeing, then, by all means, this is how I'm planning to trade. So that's why we share TA, right? So that we can find confluence in each other's ideas. And actually, this is it's looking like we might come down a little bit more here, guys. It's looking like we might come down a little bit more. So first thing I want to do is I want to turn on some daily levels of support and resistance. I want to turn on some weekly levels of support and resistance. Right now, obviously, this 0.5 fib level from the March 2020 dump is acting as our resistance. And if we continue to reject off of here, and we don't just blast through here, right? Somebody might need to hit up Elon Musk to come out of the closet with his Twitter phone to get us above this line. But if that doesn't happen and we continue to come down, I will be looking at these levels here in order to see if we will get a bounce off of one of them. Very similar to what happened yesterday, right? When we were unable to come above, let me zoom in here. We were unable to come above this daily level. We came down a little bit and we got a bounce off of this weekly level, okay? I'm going to be looking for something similar if we reject off of this 0.5 fib level right here, okay, and come down to these lower levels. If we lose the daily, I'll be looking down to the weekly. If we lose the weekly, I'll be looking down to this other daily. If we lose this daily here, I will close out of my position in profit because I've already taken lots of profits from my entry down here. And so now my stop loss is just below this level here in profit. And so, if worst case scenario, we don't get the bounce, my trade will be closed out here in profit. And that's really the way to trade. You got to lock it in and let it ride. Lock it in and let it ride. People know that's my philosophy for life. Lock it in and let it ride. That's how my son, Little Fibonacci, was conceived, okay? From that mentality. Lock it in and let it ride. So that's kind of what I'm looking for as we go to the downside. Now, what about as we go to the upside? Well, there's some very important areas coming up on the chart that I think we need to pay attention to, because we are trading within the range, okay? Within this range up here to down here. And within this range, we can analyze the price action and see, the volume of Bitcoin that was traded at certain price levels. If we know the volume of Bitcoin that was traded at certain price levels, we can, with that information, okay? Where's this? Oh, okay, it's in here. With that information, okay, we can actually find levels of support and resistance from which we can look for trades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a fixed ranged indicator. And if you don't know how this works, I recommend you learn. It's a very powerful tool. Let me just turn off the old POC for now. I do go over this in the course, so if you want to learn this because it's a very powerful tool, check it out, jasoncapitaltrading.com, or you could watch. I go over it a lot in my free content. And superficially, what this does is this marks out areas where there was a lot of volume. You can see by these candles here where they're highlighted. This is where most of the volume was traded. This is called our value area. This is outlining basically a fair price for Bitcoin. If it comes above that, it's considered overbought. If it comes below that, it's considered oversold. And the fairest price for the Bitcoin is right here at the point of control. This is the area where most of the volume was traded at. And if we're below these levels, they're acting as resistance. If we're above them, they're acting as support. Now right here, this value area low at about 34,931, this is a very significant level for us to come above, okay? Very significant level for us to come above. The reason is because if we can come back into this range, it's very likely that we will just then get accepted into here and come up to the point of control at about 35,868,000, okay? So really, one of the places where you should really be looking for a rejection is right around here, right around this 35.8 level, or even potentially right here, 34.9. Okay, because if we do make it up here, it's very likely that we will get rejected and come back down. Not only is this the point of control, but it would actually also cause us then to put in the double top, right here, and then come back down. So I'd definitely be keeping my eye out on that level. Something else that I would be keeping my eyes on is this. If we pull out our fib retracement tool from this swing high to this swing low here, okay, let's see, we do have some confluence right here, okay, the 0.5 fib level, right around that 35K level, right? It's lining up with this value area low, so it's very possible if we come through the current resistance, you know, we might get rejected off of there. These are places where you can be looking for trades, right? If you missed the move, don't worry about it, just look to the next move, okay? You know, everybody knows I love to pull out my fib. I pull it out all the time. Let's pull out our fib from this swing high here to this swing low. We're just looking for confluence here, guys. We're just looking for confluence. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. And something you can do with a fib is you can pull it from multiple highs to the same low. So I pulled one from this high up here down to the low. I pulled one from this high here down to the low. And I'm just looking for confluence. And one thing I do notice is if I pull the fib from this high down to this low, is the fact that we're actually getting some nice confluence to the 0.65 Fibonacci golden ratio level with our point of control. So really, this is an area that I would be looking for, you know, a nice rejection. So keep your eye on that level. The other level I would keep my eye on is this. Now, this point of control that I have on the chart is new based on all the price action that Bitcoin's been trading during the past 2 days. But before we had this dump, our point of control was a little bit higher. It was coming in at about 36,953. And it's just interesting to note that that old point of control is actually the golden pocket from that high to this low. Okay. So those are some areas I'd really be keeping my eyes on for a rejection, okay? Before we even think about price coming above, coming anywhere above 40,000, right? We needs to come above 35, okay? And so right now, as far as I'm concerned, the only places on the chart that matter for me as far as trading today are really going to be the $35,000 to 35 to 36. In fact, let's just make little zones on the chart here. Really, this area right here, a little bit lower, yeah. This area here is where I'm really going to be watching price, And then if we turn back on our dailies and weeklies, this area right here is also where I'm really going to be looking for price to make some kind of move. So although we can get little scalps and stuff in between, if you have your levels marked and stuff, these two zones right now in the immediate short term are the zones where we should really be looking for our reaction. And let me put lines here so you guys can see. So I've got like between 34.92 and 36.1. And again, guys, these are just rough levels here. Okay, these are rough levels. You know, the actual levels I have marked out on my chart, but for the sake of this example here, you saw what I did to get these levels, right? I pulled out my fibs, I used my volume. You can do the same thing if you want the exact level, but those are really between these two areas, right? That's what we need to be watching for. If price comes up into this area, be looking for shorts. If price comes down to this area, be looking for longs. And if price comes above this area, then we need to look for higher for shorts. And if price comes below this area, we need to look to lower for longs. And to be totally real with you guys, if we come back down here, I don't think we're going to get a bounce this time. I do not think we are. And the reason I do not think that is because, you know, the next low that we have, like really what's been happening here, every time we get a bounce, these lows are predetermined levels that go back to January, basically. So, you know, this right here, for example, this low, we were coming down to this level. This low right here, we were coming down to, let's see if I can find it now. I can't find it, but if we just go back in time to January, we were actually coming to not this low, but this low right here at 28.8. So really the next place we potentially might be able to get some kind of bounce is right down here at about 27.7. Okay, so maybe we'll come down to 27.7, but then we're low into the 20s, guys. And if we lose this 30K level, it's very possible that we will not come back into it, right? It's very possible we'll get a bounce off of 27, off of 26, and then come back up and reject off of here and just continue on with the trend, because the reality is if we go to the daily time frame, right? And let me turn off these brushes here because I don't want the brushes, right? This is not a hair salon. The reality is we've been just putting in the high, the low, the lower high, the lower low, the lower high, the lower low. And we are in a downtrend, guys. We are in a downtrend. And so don't expect, you know, anything crazy to happen, right? If we don't put in a higher high, and if we come up to any point, like if we reject off the point of control and come down and put in another lower low and we get a bounce off of here, it's very likely that we'll just continue in the trend. The trend is your friend until the end of the trend. The trend will always continue, always, until it doesn't, right? So in the meantime, what we need to do is we need to mark out our chart. It does not matter which way Bitcoin goes, up or down. We are traders. We're not traitors, right? We're traders. We're not betraying our country, right? We're not Benedict, Eggs Benedict, Pope Benedict, Arnold, okay? We're not that. We're not that. We're simply just traders. And what we're doing is we're taking advantage of the volatility of Bitcoin to make money. So if Bitcoin decides to dump, you know, through this whole area where there's pretty much no support except a little bit of, there is a golden ratio down here at about 26.2, okay? This is the golden ratio of the whole move, so definitely I'll be looking for a bounce there. Down here, there's a little volume spike at around 22, 23K. But really, look at this, guys. We just came straight up through here, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. There's not much support. And so if we lose this level here, you know, it's not going to be long until we find ourselves down, potentially even like under 20K, okay? And it's not that crazy. Think about it, guys. Less than a year ago. Less than a year ago. In fact, about 1 year ago, Bitcoin was 9K. Bitcoin was 9K on July 4th, 2020. So it wouldn't be so crazy, right? And this is the most unnatural thing that could ever happen to an asset, okay? And so it's not too crazy for Bitcoin to go down to these low levels. So we need to be prepared for it. We need to approach the markets in a clear-headed way, and we need to take advantage of the volatility of the markets to make profit. That's what we do. We are traders. And also, remember, guys, there's other markets out there that we can trade. Forex. I'm going to be getting back into Forex. I'm going to be doing some videos on Forex, right? There's X's and there's 4 of them. Don't we know about that from Market Cipher A? That's what we know from Market Cipher A. By the way, if you don't have Market Cipher and you would like to get it, there is a discount in the description of this video. My main trading strategy revolves around using Market Cipher, and if you'd like to know my exact trading strategy that I use, then I recommend you come to the Jason Casper YouTube channel. And honestly, on my homepage right here, how to trade Elon Musk tweets. This is basically where I'm showing how I was able to enter a short before Elon Musk tweeted that caused the dump, and I was able to short the top and long the exact bottom using this trading strategy. I literally give it away for free on this video, okay, where I was literally able to short right up here and long right down here using my Market Cipher strategy, okay? And we do this all the time. I do this all the time. That's my preferred strategy. And again, if you want to learn TA, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. Discount in the description of the video. Is there anything else that I have to say? Or, yeah, you know what? Like the video. If you got any kind of value out of this, like the video, share the video, tweet the video from your Twitter, and, you know, just pretend like you're Elon Musk. Send the Jason Casper YouTube channel to the moon. To the moon. And now that if you've watched this video for so long now, if you've listened for this long, well, then I guess you really must enjoy being here. So congratulations to you for liking this, subscribing to this channel. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Yeah, the video's over now. I'm just kind of looking at the charts. This is phenomenal. The amount of resistance we have right here to the exact dollar, except for that one time. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That is, yeah, that's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Also, if you do want to become part of the Discord, you can do that at patreon.com/Jason Casper. Let me see. Yeah, some crazy times, guys. Some good and crazy times. All right, God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next video.